When it comes to deals on brand new golf clubs, I think I've found the greatest ever. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have a golf club which I've bought from Amazon and it's pretty much free. Let me explain in a bit more detail. You see, I was perusing on Amazon the other day for my weekly fix, my find of the latest and greatest golf clubs at affordable prices. And I actually found a driver for £175. I thought, surely that's too good to be true. And that's where it came with a free 3-wood. And the 3-wood for me looks ridiculously good, so much so I would probably have paid £175 for it. So I either got a free 3-wood or a free driver. I'm not sure which one I've got yet, but I have tested this 3-wood in the studio already, and it's easy to say, can we ever? Can we ever? And it's fair to say, it's really shocked me. You see, the driver was okay. The driver, for the price, I thought, you know what, fair enough. It's not a bad driver. The 3-wood, watch this. Famous last words, but watch this. Wow. And I'm really pleased that didn't let me down. That's one of the best 3-woods I think I've ever hit. Let's continue. I mean, that could have gone so wrong, but it went so right. That felt ridiculously good for the price. So guys, do me a favor, get in the comments below, what's the best golf club you've bought online? Was it from Amazon? Was it from eBay? Was it from Facebook Marketplace? And was it BombTech? I can put my hood up when I say that, BombTech. Because I happen to think I'm one of the best in the world at finding golf deals. I do, I find them everywhere. I remember when I first kind of came across the Tacoma brand and started testing them, not many people had heard of them. Now they're pretty much world renowned, aren't they? The Costco stuff, I saw that on Rick's channel, fantastic. That's now accessible to everyone as well. And even like Cali, I tested that when it was Old Tom, before they went through the rebranding. And even down to like the new McGregor stuff that I'm testing. It's budget, it's good, it's affordable. Check this out, for a fairway shot with a 3-wood into the wind, I'm 90% sure that's as good as I can do. Like, I could end this video here, I'm not going to, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and throw a like if you enjoy these videos. But I'm also well aware just how important numbers are to these reviews. I know you guys want to know, how does this club perform? How does it compare to such as the brand new TaylorMade QI10 fairway wood, for example, which is astronomically priced compared to the BombTech. That could have gone, but that might have knocked the audio out. That was a silly thing to do. So we might have a look at that towards the end of today's video. But also when I look at this club, not only do I think great value, I actually think, you know what, it looks quality. I think on top it looks fantastic. I love that grey crown, it looks lovely. It looks a little bit more premium than a black glossy crown. The face doesn't look quite as premium, it looks a little bit, maybe a little bit cheap, but then this is, I'm not gonna say it's cheap, it's good value, it's more budget. We look at the bottom of the club, it's got that lovely weighting at the back, that drags CG backwards to enhance MOI to make it a little bit more forgiving. I feel like most people who are going to look at this club seriously will potentially be after something forgiving, and the shaft is just the BombTech Stiff Flex 4.0. So it's their own shaft that might let it down when it comes to the numbers, but we'll discuss that inside. You can see it features the dual weight technology and almost a little bit of an inertia generator, you could say. Like, there must be a reason for that there, mustn't there? Maybe it's the V-Steel technology or the inertia generator or anything else that the big brands would market it as. Come on, can we hit 3 of the same? If I was standing here hitting this and I was playing golf with somebody who I maybe didn't know, they would think, depending on the rest of the clubs in your bag, or I don't know, what if the Vane, whatever car you get out of, what you're wearing, they might think this was really expensive because it sounds good. It goes like an absolute bomb, you could say. And it also it has a mystique to it. And anything that has a mystique to it is generally either really cheap or really expensive, isn't it? There's no in the middle. Right, can we follow up that first shot? That was a lovely big high fade. Now that's an interesting one because that was a worse strike and that was a bit low out the face. That's right down in the right hand side of the fairway, but it's still done well. That's the one for me which I actually prefer, sounds ridiculous that, but prefer than the first one, which was amazing. Let's go one more while Andy's out the tractor. Come on. Nah, I prefer that one. I prefer that one. Yeah, that one will do. That one there. Ah, I can't get the tee out of the ground now, that really hurt. They are ridiculous. And it's fair to say the head cover's quite premium as well. To say like this is a really budget club, and realistically, I've pretty much got either this for free or the driver for free. I can't say a bad word about it. Not really. And as I always say in these videos, yes, the numbers are vitally important, and they are important because you want to know you're getting the ball speed that maybe you can get, the spin rate that can help you get the ball in the air or even give you more distance. But it's so important to get out here on the golf course and see how they work. I mentioned the middle one was like more satisfying or more pleasing than the other one. Now that's an interesting one because that was a worse strike and that was a bit low out the face. I think the first two really good. I'm actually quite surprised how much difference there is in distance on those. That's the last shot and that's the first one that we hit just there. Now the second shot, the middle one, is there. It's in the fairway, it's in play. Generally, if you're going to be hitting a 3-wood off the tee like I was doing there, sometimes those shots happen, you do just mistrike them a bit, and you want it to be forgiving because there's nothing more frustrating than playing safe on a hole and ending up in the trees or topping it, like Chris does quite a lot. So, it's another tick in the box. Off Amazon for £175 for a 3-wood and a driver. Brand new. Brand new. Get away from my ball, duck. Okay, so earlier on I mentioned about more premium golf products, more premium golf brands, such as the TaylorMade QI10 fairway wood. Now this bad boy is, yeah, expensive, as you can see. So how does it compare to the Amazon? How does it compare to the BombTech 4.0 that I managed to get off Amazon, like we all know now? Let's talk numbers in the studio, and then let's have a lovely head-to-head to finish this video to see with one ball and one ball only with each club, which is the best. Surely there's no competition, right? So, how good is it going to perform? This is the first time I've looked at it. I had seen the driver before, but I'd never seen the 3-wood. Very, very reminiscent of the driver, actually. So it doesn't look overly premium, which it's not going to do because of the price it costs. And you can see we've got that lovely grey top on as well. I'm a huge fan of that. Like if they'd just put a shiny black crown on it, I don't think it would have looked quite as nice. I used to be really good at this and now I just really struggle, but I think we've got there in the end. We can see a little bit of weighting in the back there. I believe that's what it is, those dual weights that we talk about. So that's going to make it a little bit more forgiving. When we spoke about the driver, I've got to take this off now as well. When we spoke about the driver, it was interesting because did it perform amazingly well? Bit of ASMR there, Bobby, isn't there? It didn't perform as well as like a really premium driver, but then it's never going to, is it? I think 3-wood wise, like if you stepped on his first tee and hit that, people would be like, oh my God, look at that. What is he using there? And you'd be like, oh mate, it's the BombTech 4.0, didn't you know? So, let's see, 250 for me with a 3-wood I'm happy with most of the time. Oh, that felt so good. Look at that go. Go on then. Oh, 240 carry, 255 total, spinning at 3,000. All of a sudden, is this the dark horse that came in that massive Amazon box that Laura was like, not another one? Another Amazon box. I was like, I know, I'm sorry, I've got a problem, but the guys want to know what the BombTech 3 was like and it comes free with the driver, so I've got to order it. I've actually pulled that a little bit, which might be why we've got 257 total. Like that for me, I could hit that on a par 4 tee, no problem, and be quite happy with it. How consistent is it and how forgiving is it? I've got another nice low penetrating one. Plenty of ball speed, going to pitch at 240 again. And it's running up to 261. Backspin 2,400. It launched really, really low, but I'm going to take that all day. Backspin 2.4 and 240 carry. 262 total. Right. I can't tell you how good that feels. That's like a high left one, but that's my bad shot. If you watch a lot of my videos, you'll know that's generally where they go. and it's still a 243. Spin was up on that one, so you all right, Bobby? You just...
No, I nearly decked it.
Did you? You all right?
No.
Do you want an accident bug? Yeah. Okay. We'll get HR on in a second. Like, I feel like if you can tame this, the shaft feels a little bit naff. Like, my bad shot is left anyway, but that's pitching 244, running up to 260. The shaft feels like it's difficult to control, but I'm not going to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. My bad shot is that shot, so it might be a little bit of the shaft, but it's probably going to be mainly me. Can we control that club face a little bit more? Can we ever? Can we ever? You know, I could stand here and hit this all day, and a lot of the things that I really enjoy doing on my channel is to help you guys find good golf clubs and potentially save some money. And I'm hoping that's what this might do. The driver was good. Like, realistically, for the price, the driver was a pretty good buy. I would probably go and buy something second-hand for that price, and it would probably perform better. The 3-wood, like, I'll put on screen if you can buy it separately, because I'd have no problems if this was like a really budget 3-wood. I'd have no problems parting with money for this, because I honestly feel like it performs pretty well. Guys, let's get back out on the golf course and let's see just how we can manage this around the course, and let's see if it's worth the money, even though I don't really remember how much it cost, but it wasn't a lot. Now, I would go as far as saying the BombTech pretty much held its own there. I think the QI10 potentially is one of the best fairway woods I've ever seen. It's the most adjustable, it's the best looking, it's the best feeling. Performance-wise, you can't really argue with it. And I've got a full video coming on this very soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see it. This bad boy basically has come to spoil the party, hasn't it? Let's see what can happen with one shot, and one shot only. Right, I'll set the scene with the BombTech because we've been hitting it quite nicely. We'll try and hit a nice shot up the right-hand side. The bunkers shouldn't be in play. Oh, just draw in. That is such a good ball flight. It's a good ball flight, and looking at where the ball's finished, I'm happy with it. But I do have a feeling, and I might be proved wrong here, that that ball may be overtaken rather briefly by the TaylorMade. And that's the thing when you are testing golf clubs. It's always important to either bring your old one out, bring a different new one out, bring something out to compare it to, because you might just have the kind of wool pulled a little bit if you're not comparing it to anything and you're hitting nice shots that feel good, sound good, and they're hitting fairways, because that's always what we want, isn't it? So without any further ado, we're going to go for the same line and the same shot. Exactly the same ball flight, probably a little bit heavy actually, and that is very interesting. Now, to say that I didn't really strike that TaylorMade that well, it's probably a bit of an understatement, but when I look at where the balls have finished, am I surprised? I think they're both very close together, which is a good thing, but the further one's the TaylorMade. So this first one here is in fact the BombTech, and the TaylorMade's gone quite a bit further, which we didn't see in the studio. Maybe I've just hit that kind of duffy low spin bomber, in brackets, kind of marring the pun, with the TaylorMade. But again, for the price, if you're in for it, I don't think you can go wrong with the BombTech. See you tomorrow.